Sophie here. So today I'm going to show you how to make some hand sanitizing products which will help to protect you against coronavirus and all those pesky viruses that are flying around right now. Okay, so we're a little bit worried, a lot of us now, because we're in the middle of flu season and there's the coronavirus going around that is freaking everybody out. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make some really powerful hand sanitizing wipes. And there's a certain way that you need to make them to make sure that you're as protected as possible. And there's a certain way that you need to use them. So in this video, and you want to watch right along to the end because I don't want you to miss anything, there's really valuable information about exactly how to make them and then how to use them afterwards. So I want you to see everything. Now, what really prompted me to make this video was I got a call from my daughter who's a freshman in college yesterday, and she said, "Mom, I'm freaking out. You need to go and buy these hand sanitizing wipes." And she sent me a link. Now the link, there were about $60 for a small packet, I kid you not. So I called her and I said, "Don't be ridiculous. I'm not going to buy those wipes. No." And she said, "But Mum, you have to, because they've sold out on Amazon. They've sold out in all the local stores where her college is, etc." And I just didn't believe her. I went to Amazon. She was right. All of the prime Amazon hand sanitizing wipes gone, not available, not currently available. And then there were some sort of outliers that were like $60, $80, whatever. She was right. Then I thought, well, okay, that's just Amazon. So I went to 2 local stores. She's absolutely right. Couldn't find an antibacterial wipe to save my life, or the hand sanitizing wipe, I should say. So I thought, this is crazy. I'm going to revisit this because I have done videos on this before, but I'm going to update it based on all the available science we have to date on what actually really will work or be your first line of defense. Obviously, we can't guarantee that anything is going to work in terms of preventing you from getting a virus or from getting sick. Ultimately, it is also about really strengthening and boosting your immune system by getting plenty of exercise, plenty of rest, and really good food. And please binge watch some of my other videos. Definitely subscribe so you can learn some of those lifestyle care, self-care practices that are really going to boost and strengthen your immune system, because that's really where it starts. So if you did get sick, at least you've got the strength to be able to fight it really well. But let's deal in this video with our first line of defense, which is how we can help to prevent from getting these pesky viruses in the first place. And this is going to help you, this particular hand sanitizer that I'm going to show you how to make. And there's ingredients in it that you absolutely have to have in it, and you have to have in it at exactly the right concentration, because that's the worry. That's why I thought I've got to make this video, because you can sort of slosh in a few ingredients in some of these DIY and homemade sanitizers that I've seen, and it's not really going to cut it. We have to make sure that we're following the science here. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get going. Now, the first ingredient you need is alcohol. Now, you can get any kind of this rubbing alcohol from any drugstore or grocery store. It needs to be 70%. Almost all of them will be that you find in the store. They'll be 70%, so you do not need to worry about that, but it must be 70%. Now, alcohol has been found, all available scientific studies to date have found that alcohol products with 60 to 70% alcohol content in them, so that would be sanitizers that have 60 to 70% alcohol in them, are more effective than almost any soap that you will find out there in killing, germs, basically. So that's what we're onto here. That's what we are creating right here. Okay, so you're going to get yourself tons of this alcohol. Now, what I have here is I've got some kitchen roll, regular kitchen roll, okay, kitchen towel. And I have just torn off, we have here about 14 sheets. And I've torn them off into this particular kitchen towel or roll or whatever you want to call it kitchen towel, I think in England, comes in these sort of half sheets, which is useful because that's the size that I want. But basically, get a pair of scissors and cut it down to, whatever size works for you. So as I say, I've got about 14 sheets here. So this will make 14 wipes, right? So I'm just going to put that in a bowl, in a glass bowl, like so. Easy and easy. Now, the next thing I am going to do is in this measuring jug, I have 1 cup of the alcohol. Okay, so 1 full cup of the 70% alcohol. Now, to that, because what you have to know is that alcohol is extremely drying to your hands, and we don't want to get cracked, dry hands, certainly not cracked hands, because then that, makes you even more vulnerable to getting germs in those little crevices. So we have to moisturize as well. So what I have here, and I'm just going to grab this, is I have aloe vera gel, okay, whole leaf aloe vera gel, easy to find. And I have 2 ounces of aloe vera gel that I am mixing into this concoction right here. Now, the next thing I'm going to add is some vegetable glycerin, because that is also very moisturizing. It's an emollient, humectant for your hands. It softens and moisturizes. So we're going to pop into this little mixture here. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of vegetable glycerin. So that'll be nice and moisturizing now, this whole mixture. Okay, there. Fantastic. Now, the next thing I'm going to pop in is some essential oils. Now, most essential oils have antibacterial and antiviral properties. The ones that really stand out for me, the standouts, hopefully you can see them there, are tea tree oil, pine, and lavender. So tea tree oil, pine, lavender. You could also do a eucalyptus if you wanted to. So here's what I'm going to do. You can choose. You can mix them up, or you can just use one. But you want to have about a teaspoon of whatever essential oil you want. So I am going to pop in about half a teaspoon of lavender, because I really, really love the smell of lavender. And I'm going to pop in here half a teaspoon of tea tree. There we go. That'll do it. And that's it. So 1 teaspoon altogether of whatever essential oil you choose to use. And as I say, you can use half of one and half of another. So now all I'm going to do is take my bowl here and I'm going to cover, this paper towel with my mixture. Now it is going to obviously soak in because that's what these towels are here for, right? To soak up whatever you put on them. Now, what I want you to do is just to see how much, because every brand of paper towel is different. Some of them are much thicker than the one that I have here and super, super absorbent. So you can see it's absorbed it all in, but it's just still a little bit too liquidy and wet here for me. So I'm actually going to add just a few more here, probably about 4 more little slices. And if you want to be really smart about it, which I wasn't at the beginning, what you want to do is do each one separately like this, because then they're easier to pull out and use when you're using them. So you might want to do that situation. And then, can you see I'm just pressing it down, and then it's just absorbing more and more moisture. And you want to get it so that you know how these wipes feel when you pull them out of a container. you want to have quite a lot of liquid on them. Do not have them too dry, because the whole point of these is that we're basically going to wash our hands with them, right? So that's good for me. And then all you're going to do is you're going to grab a reusable plastic bag like I have here, put them in, seal it up, and you're good to go. Take it in your, you can use a smaller bag, obviously, if you want one, but you take it in your purse, take it to the office, take it to wherever you are going. You take that with you, sealed, okay? So I want to show you something else here that you might find super useful too. So here's a little hack. Now, what you could also do is you could go to the store and get some baby wipes. These are regular baby wipes, and they're fragrance-free. I think it says, oh, they're alcohol-free, which of course they would be, because you don't want alcohol on a baby's bottom, right? But I just want to show you how to do this, because this is just a really easy hack. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the packaging off the whole thing here and dump the entire wad of the towels into there, like so. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the same sort of mixture combination, so my 70% alcohol, and I'm going to do, it's going to be, I'm going to need about the same. I'm going to need about a cup for this container here. So a cup in there, okay? Now, I won't need the glycerin or the aloe, because these already have aloe in them and moisturizing ingredients, because it's for a baby's bottom. But the alcohol is going to make them a little bit smelly. So what I am going to do is I'm going to add my essential oil. And in this case, I'm actually going to add pine. Pine is a really, well, you think pine sol, right? Pine is highly antibacterial. And so I'm going to add the equivalent of a teaspoon into here. Actually, you know what I should have done? This is going to take me forever getting the drops, is when you're doing teaspoons, obviously just pop the little plastic dropper off the top, because it'll take you, otherwise it'll be really hard for you to figure out how you'll be doing a teaspoon forever, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, oh, that smells so good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour that over there, like that. Easy. And then it'll soak up all of that really quickly. In fact, so quickly that there's absolutely no liquid left in there whatsoever now. And that's it. So I have those. So that's another little option for you to do. But I do like this one best, because I know that I've got here I've got my full alcohol content that I need. Now, finally, I want to show you, when you are taking one of these little guys out of here to wash your hands, okay, you have to really wash your hands. Oh, look, I got something on my hand. I wrote down a flight number on my hand because I might be canceling a flight this morning. So when you, look, when you clean your hands, we are going in between every finger like that. We're going to do all the way up to your mid-arm. You're doing the palm of the hand. You're doing the back of the hand. You even get under there and you get underneath each nail. You get underneath your rings. You get in between your rings. That is how well you want to sanitize, right? Then the other thing that you can do when you're done as well is, wherever you are, you might be at work, you might be in an elevator, and don't worry about looking, crazy, because it doesn't matter. We want to keep you well. Is that these are really good for to clean surfaces as well. So, doorknobs, countertops, telephones, your own phone that can get germs, handles of shopping baskets, handles of shopping carts, whatever. You just go bananas cleaning with those guys. Okay, so you can see that that was very, very easy. And I want you to remember that, this is your first line of defense, I should say, is obviously really good hygiene, really good hand washing, using these alcohol infused products religiously and using them properly. But if any pesky germs are to get past your first line of defense, which is that, you really need to make sure that you are strengthening and boosting your immune system by eating a very healthy diet, chock full of all the colors of the rainbow, fruits and veggies. So as a nutritionist, I know that we need to eat variety, because I know in all those different fruits and veggies, or the certain colors, there are all of these very powerful immune boosting compounds. So get plenty of rest and feed yourself, nourish yourself with as many beautiful organic fruits and veggies as you possibly can. And take these guys with you wherever you go. If you like this video, if you want to check out some of my other videos, please do. And of course, don't forget to subscribe.